Let's go. That's it. We're done. Let's go. Okay. We're done. Let's go. We're done. Action. Good go. Let's go. That's it. That's one. Up. We're done. That's it. Up. That's it. That's it. We're done. Let's go. We're done. That's it. We're done. To me. We're done. Jmal. That's it. We're done. Let's go. That's it. We're done. That's it. We're done. Let's go. To go. We're done. That's it. And that's it. We're done. And sorry. That's it. That's it. We're done. And that's it. Shape. We're done. Let's go. That's it. We're done. And that's it. We're done. Shape. We're done. Let's go. That's it. We're done. And that's it. We're done. Let's go. We're done. And that's it. We're done. And that's it. We're done. Let's go. And that's it. And that's it. We're done.
What I'm saying is, because we are using a new super test, then after like this, we do another test, the fashion.
So if you, because now we work with you, so you know what I have.
Set, shape, done, let's go. Set, start, done, let's go. Done, Jmal, done, let's go. That's it, done, and that's it, good to go. Done, that's it, done, let's go. That's it, and sorry, done, that's it. Last one, done, let's go. That's it, and set, done, that's it, and that's it. Reaction. Okay. Right, pump. Set. Right, and. Set. Right, pump. Set. Right, and. Set. Right, shake. Right, pump. Set. Right, and. Set. Right, pump. Right. That's it. That's it. Done. Pump. Set. And. Set. Done. That's it.
I'm very fit, but I'm not 18.
But of course, the fitness helps.
Yes, the fitness helps. But
First, give me some
Saying training ya katandika wano Jamalu yajaseeko Jamalu azze nkulikeye
nakulekedde kati kasanga ndi gol ndi ku mutambo
But I'm going to push it. Huh? That's how it is. It's fine.
Not supposed to be rocks, but they're also heavy. That might be okay. That one's definitely a bit soft.
Kochaga mutono mutono. Stufu mutono.
Opisem.
Sina tukam. Teka moja.
Okay, let's move. Let's go.
Era wali era abalishuwa kale tujja kubatuuliziganya kale ne Steven wuno Steven yaze ne Mulango ekyo
So up, 1, 2, 3, down. Take it up, 1, 2, 3, down. Alex? Yeah. All right, hold it there. Let's move over. Football, tennis, and then we'll have that draw.
Top position at the moment, and we want to maintain that position. We want to come out of these two matches against South Sudan still holding on to that first place spot. We know that if we can pick up maximum points, that might be enough to seal qualification. It depends on the results between Burkina Faso and Malawi. But regardless of that, we've got to go in and put in a top performance because, look, you only need to look at South Sudan's last few internationals. They played a couple of friendlies against the Cameroon Chan team, their game against Burkina Faso, against Malawi. These games all finished either in draws or only a one-goal margin. Gone are the days, I think a lot of people in Uganda can remember South Sudan from their early days when the score was 5, 6, 7 goals. That's yesterday, that's not today. So we've got to be ready for a fight. We know that South Sudan are going to come here and put everything on the line. There's a few players obviously of Ugandan, born, and a few others who play in the UPL. So they'll have a point to prove. They'll want to make a name for themselves. So we know that if we relax, that South Sudan are ready to punish us. And you only need to look at football, like even this week, Manchester United going to Turkey and losing a game against a team who had never even scored a goal in the Champions League. So football is unpredictable, and if you're not at your top level, teams are ready to punish you. So we know we need to be focused and ready.
Lastly, because of coronavirus, so many players were not fit because they were not playing. Did you have to change tactics? Train them maybe longer or twice a day, something like that?
I think for everybody, the pandemic of COVID-19, it sort of disrupted all of our plans. And, everyone's talking about the new normal and how we have to work. And, some of the things that have come out of the pandemic have been good in terms of how we network, Zoom, Skype, all of these type of things. I think the football world in some ways has become smaller because we're interacting a lot more, and that's allowed for knowledge sharing, in advance of anything I've known in recent years. So, connecting with people from all continents, all clubs and national federations, that's been really good. And because of that, we've come up with some new ideas that we can implement with the national team. So there has been positives, but naturally we've been away from the field for so long. And you're seeing that this week even with the senior national team. We're going to be playing on Thursday. you know, several of our players are playing on Sunday, so they'll arrive in country on Tuesday morning, and 2 days later have got to play for their national team. And having not seen each other for 8-9 months for some of them, that is a challenge. But you know, the Dubai camp last month, for the guys who could make it, helped us sort of reduce that challenge. But there's been positives and negatives. But look, we are just pleased to be back on the field doing what we love to do, and you can see that from the enthusiasm from the players.
All right, coach. What about?
I think, as we mentioned before, you know, off the back of the Dubai camp, it was obvious that the UPL players, just because of the long break, because of pandemic, needed some extra support. And really, we've seen that. You know, they've given 100% of what they have, but we can see that there has been a little drop in the conditioning levels. But we think this week, you know, from a tactical, from a technical, and from a physical standpoint, really will help them and has helped them move forward. But you know, beyond the pitch, in the classroom, you know, the guys have done really well. They've been interactive. They've been coming up with some ideas. We had even like a set piece session where the guys were invited to, you know, design their own sort of free kick routines that we can assess and see if any of them are, you know, what we need for the senior team. So it's been a good week. We're glad we did this advanced camp, and yeah, as we sort of wrap it up and we move into the senior camp, we think we're in good condition. It impacted our UPL players more than our foreign base. You know, Uganda as a nation, as a footballing nation, we've elevated ourselves now that we have 20, 25, 30 players playing regularly abroad. And if you look at our foreign-based contingent, of the 20 we named, 18 of them are starting every week for their club, and their leagues have been ongoing for several weeks now. So fitness of our foreign-based players is not a concern for us at all. And ultimately, in terms of our Ugandan Premier League players, yes, that ultimately has been something. They don't have the same facilities here as the professional players outside have, so it's been more challenging for them to keep in good condition. And that is going to factor into our decision-making in terms of which UPL players we keep on in the group of sort of 5-6 players who will join the senior squad.